Greetings, traders. This is Mohan here, and thank you so much for joining with us today on this webinar on our trading services. I'm going to be talking about those in a minute in great detail, and it'll just be a short webinar, and then later we'll have a question and an answer period, and I will go over the specifics of Boomerang Day Trader and how to trade with that like we do every couple weeks on our bi-weekly training periods. First of all, please read the risk disclosure statement that I posted here and realize that risk capital is what should be used for trading practically anything, whether it's stocks or futures. But risk capital is defined as money that can be lost without jeopardizing one's financial security or lifestyle. It's very important to understand the risk disclosure, and we appreciate you reading that. What I can do is, because this is at the bottom of my Boomerang Day Trader site, the first thing I can do is just kind of swish this up here as I welcome you aboard here to the webinar today. And again, I promise it'll be very brief and concise, but I think you'll be quite amazed at the trading services that we offer. We have 5 distinct trading services for traders. Now, as an introduction, my name is Mohan. For those of you who don't know me, I have been trading the futures markets for 17 years and trading the overall markets, including stocks, futures, and this was prior to ETFs, so I can't include those. Those are kind of a new invention comparatively, but for 30 years, I've been trading for 30 years. I made my first futures trades in crude oil back about 30 years ago, and I was also a broker for a while. This was quite some time ago. But now what I do is I offer live trade signals in our room along with our precision software and other services I'm going to tell you about. They're all very successful, so you are in the right place if you want to be successful in futures trading or in other types of trading like stocks. Now again, I became well known back in 2002 when I started my services with the public for calling the exact direction of the market. I've been doing that every day publicly for almost 18 years now with an 80% accuracy. In other words, when I go in and call the markets, I tell you exactly where I believe the market's going to go the next day. This is what I used to do when I had my daily directional forecast newsletter. And since over the last approximate 4 years, because of the markets getting so bizarre, and especially lately, the last 2 months, look at this crazy action. I have switched that over to a live service that we have, where every morning I tell the traders in the live service exactly where the market's going to go in terms of the bias. And of course, more on that later, but while we're tracking the bias and doing all that, we're also trading the mini NASDAQ. That's my favorite contract on the futures for trading the bias of the U.S. stock markets. So first of all, I wanted to give you that introduction, let you know you can learn a lot from my experience, and that's one of the probably the best benefit of our first service, which is our Day Traders Action Live Trading Room. Now, what you see behind this Boomerang Trader site is a display of the Day Traders Action Live Trading Room. It looks like this every day. One thing about trading is you want to be real consistent and find a proven winning program and stick with it every day. So you can see a crude oil chart here. This is a crude oil chart, and this is a NASDAQ chart, and it's displaying my Boomerang indicators and my Boomerang chart setups. So more on that in a second. But these are what our services involved. Boomerang Day Trader, which is my world famous top-selling precision day trading software. There's nothing else like it. We have 80 to 90% accurate trades. On crude oil, we have proven 90% winning trades. We track and trade the crude oil every day in the Day Traders Action Room. We have a large track record for that. That is built up showing 90% winning trade signals that I give in the room from Boomerang. Boomerang actually gives the signals. I just show you how to trade it right off of the charts in the room. Now, also in the room, I have a proprietary method for trading the mini NASDAQ. Now, I use Boomerang for that also, but I also, in addition to Boomerang has one specific method that it uses, but I use 3 or 4 other types of proprietary methods. So what we offer there is Boomerang Day Trader. You can purchase Boomerang for $11.95, pay for it in a couple trades, and you'll own it for life. It's an absolutely fantastic software. We have thousands of traders using it and lots of testimonials on it and things like that. Although I don't promote those very much because I want you to be my next testimonial by owning Boomerang after you see all the proof of how well it works and using it yourself. We also have free ongoing education, such as the webinar you're seeing now, where I share my experience in trading with you so you can become a professional trader and speed up the learning curve. If you're going to just try to wing it, let me be frank and speak honestly with you here, give you a little tough love. If you're going to play games and just kind of dibble dabble around in futures trading and get a little bit here and a little bit there and go to this webinar and go to that webinar, it's going to take you a long, long time and you're going to lose a lot of money. That's right. It's going to take you a long, long time and you're going to lose a lot of money. However, if you come into a real live trading service, such as our Day Traders Action live trading room, you can benefit not only from my exact precision daily bias calls in the market and trades, and of course using Boomerang for trading crude oil, you'll also benefit from my experience and how I tend to read the markets, and if I get in a little trouble, we have a little drawdown, how I'm able to bring that drawdown back and turn the market and turn our day into a profitable day. Practically speaking, I have not met any traders that can do that except for myself. Now, I haven't met all the traders in the world, but I was down on the floor a lot back in the early 90s and was also, very active. I had a large subscriber base for my daily directional forecast newsletter, had contact with lots of very well-known traders and a big subscriber base. And I used to put word out, if you know anybody else who can do this type of trading, let me know. And we didn't get any really good responses from others that were doing the type of things I was. So don't want to sound like I'm bragging or anything, but in this business, you have to come out there and tell people the truth and state what it is you do and show them the proof. Now, there's the key. State what you do and show the proof. So I've described our services so far. We have Boomerang Day Trader, which is a very low-cost software that'll give you exact precision, 80 to 90% winning trade signals every day, day after day. It's been proven for a long time. We're almost going on 9 years in the market with thousands of subscribers. I have ongoing free education, such as the webinar today and our bi-weekly training webinars where we discuss the markets and all these different things. We have my live Day Traders Action Room, which I just mentioned and showed you the screens of here. And you're going to learn so much in that about trading and day trading the futures. It'll blow your mind. My God, you can see some of the things up here. For example, this is one of the features is we have live indices that are very key to watch. Do you know what the key indices are to watch? Well, we keep them up here all the time. Do you know what the advanced decline line is on the New York Stock Exchange? How about on NASDAQ? Do you know how to read it correctly? We provide you with free education on all that. Of course, the room's not free, but for only $39 you can join us at a steep discount for the first 2 weeks, and we are this is a great thing for a lot of traders, we are one of the lowest cost rooms in the trading industry. All these services and the lowest cost room, and from all the checking and researching I've done and having my people look it up and go out there and check, we are the most profitable trading room in the industry. So you can't beat that. Well, you can, because in addition to trading the most profitable and having the lowest cost, which alone is a pretty good deal, we only trade usually for 2 hours in the morning. We hit our target goal a day in the first hour. We do that frequently, and then we stop for the day. We're very disciplined. We make a nice paycheck on the NASDAQ and the crude oil signals combined, and we take that paycheck and we go home and party with it and pay bills too. It's not all just a party. You got to pay those darn bills too. Someone asked me the other day, are you going to ever retire? And I said, well, as soon as my bills retire, I'm going to retire too. So it was kind of a cute, smart-ass kind of answer back to them, but they laughed. They thought it was funny. But anyway, in addition to all that we've described, I also have a very successful stock picking service, which is included in the Day Traders Action Live Trading Room feature. We have had, hold your seat, 95% winning trade signals that I've given on the stocks, ETFs that I've called out in the room. 95% winning trades. Now ask yourself, have you ever been, and I know most of you have been, in a newsletter or stock picking survey, have you ever been in one that's had 95% winning trades? I don't think so because there aren't any out there except for ours. We have had 95% winning trades, and you can take advantage of that. It's included in the cost of the Day Traders Action Room. Well, just when you thought I couldn't get any more crazy offering these wonderful services, my 30 years of experience, and all the tools needed, the daily directional forecast, where the market's going, amazing services, we've recently added a penny stock picking service, which I've introduced to you. And I would like to tell you, just to get started here today, I'm going to give you a little tip. FUSZ. I want you to buy this stock. Just put 500 bucks in it or something if you have a trading account, which I'm assuming that you do. Do yourself a favor, FUSZ. Now this stock was trading down. I bought a whole bunch at 35 cents, at 51 cents. I recommended it to our subscribers around 80 cents. We got in live in the trading room. It shot up to $2. It came back recently to hovering around $1.39, $1.20. Yesterday, today, it dipped down as low as 80 cents. I was telling everybody, again, reiterating, this is your chance to buy them. Into the close, it jumped almost 40 cents. If you bought them near 80 cents today and it jumped 40 cents today, you're up 50% today. Friends, I'm expecting this stock to be a $3 to $5 stock within a very short period of time, with the potential to be a $20 stock. In other words, a big, big winner. Symbol FUSZ. And this is being recorded on the webinar, so this will be posted in 3 years. When you watch this webinar and you look up the stock price, you'll be able to say, oh no, why didn't I buy it? The owner of this company had a previous company that he did the same thing with. He built it up as this is a technology advertising stock, this FUSC. And they've got some amazing connections with some of the largest companies in the world, and more coming on board. It's going to be huge. But the previous company that he did, he sold for $200 million, and later that company who bought it from him sold it for $2 billion 5 years later. Now, we're not looking to wait that long. You see, we got 50% just today. But these are the type of stocks I'm recommending in my new penny stock picking service. And it's part of the Day Traders Action Live Room, included at no extra charge for our incredibly low cost of only 149 bucks a month. Most day trading rooms are $250 plus, and I'm just speaking frankly because I'm a trader. I'm not a game player. Most of them are garbage. I've been in a bunch of them, and I finally gave up. I was in one room once, and the guy sat there for 2 days and didn't make a single damn trade. I thought, what the hell is going on with this deal? Anyway, not my problem. I don't judge. Hey, anybody who picks up a mouse and makes a single trade, I respect them, because it takes a lot of guts to do that. And I know you guys are all futures traders, and in most cases futures traders and or definitely stock traders. We offer services in all those. Most of the stocks I recommend are conservative dividend paying stocks. Take a look at GHII. We recommended that some time ago. This is a stock. It's an ETF actually that pays 5% dividend, and the best part of it all is this is something you can buy and hold, get 5% while you wait, because this involves the Guggenheimer S&P High Income Infrastructure Fund. These are all the stocks that are going to benefit tremendously from the president's massive $1 trillion infrastructure reprogram that's going to be built all around the country. They're going to fix the roads, the bridges, not the government, but all the different states, backed by the government, backed by this whole encouraging program. GHII is going to tremendously benefit. Another recent pick we had was Starbucks at $54, currently closing today in this insanely volatile market where they kept hammering the market. Starbucks didn't budge hardly anything under $56. We own it at 54, closed today at 58.83. Incidentally, just for the record, today when they were slamming the market down today, they was down as much as 600 points on the Dow right off the opening. I was telling the traders in the room, I said, buy this market. We're looking for uh, the market to go up substantially over the next quarter, possibly into the following quarter after that. Well, look what happened. They closed them up on the Dow. You can see it right up here. 230 points. When they were down 500, I was pounding the table telling everybody stay long. In fact, I was recommending this is another one of our stock recommendations, symbol SSO. This is a double invert. Well, this is a long Pro Shares Ultra S&P fund, means 2 times the index, right? We bought them today. We were buying them at around $100 a share. We bought some a couple days before, 101, and I had a core position up around 104. But for those who bought in today, this is the second time I mentioned it today, so our lowest price would have been around 101, closed today at $105.54. We're up 6% in the last few days on symbol SSO. These are the kind of picks I give you. Most of them are like GHI, very conservative, and Starbucks. I'm only looking for a 20-30% gain on Starbucks over the next maybe up to a year or so. We'll sell the thing, and we got others that we're working with too. So just to give you that idea, these are the kind of things that we do. And I wanted to introduce you to our room and just take a brief moment to do that. Now, what I'd like to do before we end this brief webinar is show you some of our other sites. Now, first of all, you'd say, well, this all sounds good, Mohan, but where's the proof of all that? Well, that brings me to the next screen I'd like to show you, and that is, unlike most live futures traders and who are running rooms and stuff out there, I have an extensive YouTube library with recordings of various trades that I've done in the market. Shall I say hundreds of trades that I've done in the market. Let me just scroll down our YouTube channel, and you can see there are many, many, many trades on here. Now, we also do in the futures swing trades. Not always. They have to set up exactly like I want them to set up, using Elliott Wave and Fibonacci and certain special things that I share with you, and I show you exactly how they set up and how to do them yourself. But here's an example, one just recently on 319, just a short while ago, for 30.5 points. Swing trade. Here's one on 212 for 22.75 NASDAQ swing points. And there's a bunch of them in here. Some short-term ones, 14 points. We have our standard 3 to 8 point type trade scalps that we do every day. Stuff like that. But if you cruise through the library, you will see a lot of stuff. And there was, let's see if I can find it, there was a mind-blowing, astounding day. It'll happen once every 5 or 6 years. I don't know if you remember this day, but it was here. This was a year ago on 11/10/2016. I had called out and traded 131 NASDAQ points in this day. It was mind-blowing. And on the video, I describe it here. I don't know what happened that day, but it was like the old days. It was like day traders heaven. The market just started swinging in flow, not all this rigging that you see by the Federal Reserve all the time and all this choppiness and this whipsaw. None of that, but just complete continuous flow from buying to sell, wide ranges. It was mind-blowing. If you get a chance, watch it video. You'll find it quite entertaining, all true, showing you the proof. Now, while I was narrating what had happened that day, I had to get it on record. I made, I think it was 2 or 3 15-point swing trades on both sides of the market right while I was narrating what had happened that day. Something very entertaining for you day traders. But in these videos, I show you the proof. They're kind of boring in the sense because what I do when I'm trading, like now I'm talking in normal fashion. I'm done trading, a little more exaggerated for the webinar, but when I'm trading, my voice gets real quiet, real basic. It hypes up when we're getting close to getting out of a trade. I'll raise my voice when we're getting in and when we're getting out. I go ahead and cover the short right there. Get out right here. I make sure it's crystal clear. But while I'm holding some of these swing trades, for example, you have to be very almost Zen-like a Zen monk or something, real detached and just detached from lossing it, because swing trades are a different type of animal. You're going to wait for that thing to move 20, 30 points. You might have to wait sometimes up to an hour, and there's all kinds of back and forth. Not always, but sometimes. This one here pretty much was a little more painless. But some of them, you got to go. It's a different animal, like I said. But so keep in mind that we show you the proof of what we do. We often will put our track record on promotional pieces that I send out showing large segments. And my final thing I want to say in that is we have a record that I've never heard anybody in the futures beat, and that is we had 83 winning days in a row in our day traders action room. 83 winning days in a row. As we rolled into um, November of last year, after having 83 winning days in a row, it got broken up a little. I said, November is going to be a little bit tricky. And there was some changes we went through, but it was a winning month. November, December were absolutely fantastic months, but those months tend to get a little bit choppier. It's not really affected our results because we trade long and short, and we scalp, and we do the swing trades and stuff. But 83 winning days in a row, and we win on an average on the mini NAS about 70% of the time. On the crude oil, using Boomerang, which is shown right here, we have an average of 90% winning trades. Today, on this day, there was 5 winning trades today. The previous day, there was 5 also winning trades, all winners. And then on the previous day, there was just 3. So, every day is a little different in the markets. But that's our services in a nutshell. I would highly recommend and invite you to join my live trading room if you're interested in becoming a professional futures trader. The reason I'm saying highly recommend is that you're going to lose a lot of money if you don't know what you're doing. Look, I'm your friend here. I'm trying to be your friend and help you. If you don't know what you're doing, please admit that to yourself. Don't pretend like you got this handled, like it's some kind of tough or macho game that if you got enough macho you're going to win. It has nothing to do with it. You've got to know what you're doing, and I'm sharing my experience of 30 years and constant ongoing winning trade signals every day. We're open 4 days a week at a very incredibly low cost, and you can take advantage of that. So come learn from me. Make some money with us. Earn while you learn. We're the best earn while you learn room out there because we're active every day, and you're going to love it a lot. So join with us, and let me show you where you can do that. Just go to my room here. It's the daytradersaction.com. Pretty easy to remember. If you're a day trader, just remember Day Traders Action, because that's what we want every day. We want action. We want to get in the action, kick some butt, and make some money and take home a nice paycheck, somewhere totaling between $300 and $1,000 is what I say. I state that right on the site. Now, this is a picture of me uh, doing a class back in 2005 with over 320 traders that came in from all over the world. There's over a dozen floor traders that flew in from Chicago. These are heavy hitters. These guys flew in to see me, had to pay for the hotels, the flights, take the time off from their work, came in to see me, and along with there was about 20 brokers there also came in from Chicago. So we had quite a group. I couldn't BS anybody. These were all hardcore guys. They're just sitting out there scowling at me because, that's the way traders are. Real traders, they kind of hate each other because if one's doing better than them, they kind of hate them. And if they can learn from them, they try to sneak methods out. And so they came in, we're trying to sneak some of my methods out. And God bless them. We wish them well. I don't know where they are today. This was quite a while ago. But I just want to again show you the proof that I'm an experienced teacher. I can show you how to win. And here's our slogan right here. What if you could go to work in the morning for 2 to 3 hours, have the rest of the day off, and a 3-day weekend every week, and best part, make up to $300 to $1,000 a day? Would that be of interest to you? If it is, go to Day Traders Action under Trading Line with Mohan. You can read the rest of the stuff on here. It talks all about the room, basically stuff I've told you. There's a video, me scalping 3 trades and winners in a row. Scroll down to the bottom here and just click on this red thing here, this red area. Start your subscription here. $39 for the first 2 weeks, $149 a month thereafter. Complete peanuts. You're going to make at least 3 to 5 times that every day. Why is my price not higher? Well, I don't know. I just lowered it recently. We were higher for many years, but I just lowered it because I thought I want to help traders. I mean, that's just what I do. So feel free to join us. Thank you so much. I look forward to it, and thanks for joining us today on this special presentation.